Welcome to the Pernick Cyber Podcast, where we discuss trending topics in cybersecurity. I am your host, Felix Jimenez, and I appreciate you joining us for today's episode. Today, we will be discussing the continued rise in those annoying scam calls. And I wanted to highlight this problem in today's episode because people obviously are working from home because of the global pandemic, and those who have that really good work ethic try to make themselves available to their employers. And because of that, they're a little bit more inclined to pick up numbers that they do not recognize. And because of that, these scammers have taken advantage of that and just ratcheted up these types of scams because, unfortunately, it does generate them quite a bit of money. So the best thing to do is to hang up when you get these calls, because these guys are going to try and convince you to reduce, your credit card payment, or that the warranty on your car expired, or that there's something wrong with your insurance. Just, the first thing to do is just hang up. Because if you do pick up the phone call and try to put yourself on the do not call list, right, where it'll give you the option on the menu list, to say, hey, put me in do not call list, that actually triggers them, because it'll indicate that there is a live person on the other side. They've hit a good number to reach out to, and they will continue to try and reach out to you. So the best thing to do is just to hang up and not give them any information, any more information than they already have. So the goal of these scammers is to separate you from your hard-earned money. I don't know about you, but I don't necessarily want to be separated with my hard-earned money unless I have to, right, to pay a bill or something, or I want to when I'm on a vacation or something to that effect, right? I don't want to, be parted from my hard-earned cash due to being duped. So today's episode is going to be to help you to try and avoid this as much as possible. So to help you identify these types of scam calls, we'll go over a few things. They're always going to be incredibly polite and friendly. They're going to try and convince you that they are there to quote unquote help you. So just be mindful that it is a tactic that they employ. They'll be super friendly, right? They'll try and make you feel comfortable, right? It's part of the social engineering. It's a tactic that they use. And just I'll take a step back. Social engineering is actually a term used for a broad range of malicious activities accomplished through human interactions. It uses psychological manipulation to trick people into making security mistakes or giving away sensitive information. And we don't want you to do that, right? So like I was saying, to help you identify some of these things, they're going to be super friendly, and they're always going to use leading questions. So, something to the effect of, we want to thank you for being such a loyal customer and always paying on time, right? If you confirm that, they'll know that you are responsible and they're going to continue to push. They'll try to get you to give up information on yourself. For example, can you please give me the make, year, and model of your car? So these folks, if it were a reputable company calling you about, the warranty on your vehicle or insurance, they would already have that information. And if they say, we're calling you on behalf of the warranty, you say, okay, I'm going to call you right back. So you hang up and you call your dealer, your actual dealer, to find out if there is indeed an issue with your maintenance or anything of that regard. And there are many other tells, but ultimately what I want you to be is just vigilant, and to a certain extent, be cynical. I don't want you to get scammed from your hard-earned money. So what else can you do to protect yourself? Well, protect your personal information. Never hand over details like your social security number, credit card information, driver's license number, or bank account information. This is, with the social engineering, all they're trying to do is gain information, right, for nefarious purposes, gaining information, to do you harm, to take away your money. So we don't want you to give out any of that information to these folks. Double check if you believe that you're talking to someone from the dealership, like I mentioned earlier. Just make sure that you hang up and call back. When you get the phone call, don't press any buttons, because if you do, you confirm that there's somebody on the other line, and you will go on a list where they will continue to hound you. And screen any incoming calls, right? If there is no caller ID number, then that's a little bit more difficult. But if a number does show up, you can just hang up if it's, or let it go to voicemail. If it's someone, who's trying to reach you, they'll leave a voice mail. And it also gives you the opportunity to go on Google and put in that phone number and check to see if it's a reputable company that's calling you. So these are some of the things that you can try to do to combat these type of scammers. And be careful with all of these numbers, right? Sometimes they may appear to be authentic, but you can go in there, right? A simple Google search will net you if they are calling from the company or not. As a matter of fact, I'll give you an example. They called me from my alma mater, right? They called me from my school, and they were saying, "Hey, do you want to donate?" And I was like, "Well, hold on a second. I'm in cybersecurity, right? I'd like to be able to confirm who you are." And they were like, "No, that we understand that." And they were very, accommodating. They were like, "If you want, look at, the number that we're calling from." I was like, "Great. You beat me to it." Right. That was what I was going to say. I was like, "Give me a couple of minutes. I want to check the number that you're calling me from." And sure enough, it was the school. So these are some of the things that you can do to protect yourselves, from these, type of scams. So just, I want to reiterate, be vigilant and keep that hard-earned money in your pocket. So that's today's episode, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you will consider subscribing so that we can continue these conversations on trending cybersecurity topics.